Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through the notes on congruence. At the end of this, you should be able to say, I can recognize the various congruence and other geometric markings. Okay, so markings on diagrams. So let's say here's our figure here. We have all sorts of different types of congruence markings. So one of them is segment congruence. So what we do is we signify that segments are congruent by having the same number of lines through them. So EB is congruent to ED because they'll both have the same lines on it. EA is congruent to EC because they both have 2 on it. And then AD is congruent to BC because they both have 3 lines on it. So that's how you show that segments are congruent. Okay, we can also show angle congruence. So all the ones with the same number of arcs in there will be congruent. So angle BEC is congruent to AED, right? And then this angle up here. And since there's only one angle that goes through this here, we can call this angle B is congruent to angle D, and that's up here. You can use single letters for angles only if there's one angle at the vertex. We could not say angle E because that could mean this angle, this angle, this angle, that angle. It could be both of those together. There's all sorts of different angles we could name with E. But B, this is the only angle. D, that's the only angle. Okay? And then also angle A is going to be congruent to angle C as well. Okay? All right. Now, there's also markings for parallel lines. So if we have arrows on these lines here, that means that these 2 lines are parallel. Also, if there's a couple of different sets of parallel lines, we could have, say, a double arrow pointing one way and another double arrow pointing the same way. That would say that those other sides would also be parallel. So in this case here, AD is parallel to BC. Okay. All right. Bisectors cut things in half, if you'll remember from angle bisectors and segment bisectors. Okay. So IG bisects segment FH, which means that FJ is congruent to JH. Okay, FH congruent to JH. Okay, because this segment here cut this one exactly in half. Also, IG bisects the angle FIH. So that means that FIG and GIH are going to be congruent because it got bisected. It got cut exactly in half. Okay? Let's take a look at one example, and then we'll be all done with this here. Okay, so example, name the congruent triangles. So we've got triangle ABC and triangle DEF. So we've got to make sure that we label the corresponding parts in the same order. So let's say triangle ABC is going to be congruent to, now this A is this small angle here. So let's see, this angle is the same as that angle. So let's do this. We know that this is going to be the same as that. This side here has to be the same as this side here. And this angle here, we got to have 3, is going to be the same as this angle here. So A is the same thing as E, so we got to start with E. Oops, we got to also put the triangle symbol in there, triangle, E. And then let's see, B is the triple one, so that's F, so E, and then F, and then C is the single one here. So that's D is the single one over there. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFD. So we know that angle A is congruent to angle E in here. So A and E are congruent. Angle B and angle F are congruent. And then angle C and angle D are congruent. We also know from this that segment, let's write some of these down here. Also know segments, so AB, so side AB is going to be the same as side EF, right? That's both of those got the triple, and that's got the triple line here. So AB, first 2 things listed are going to be the congruent to the second 2, sorry, the first 2 listed there. So AB is congruent to EF, right? And then also AC is congruent to ED, right? And then we also have BC is congruent to FD, sorry. BC is congruent to FD. That is terrible. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so we have named the congruent triangles, and we also told what angles are congruent and what sides are congruent. Okay, that's all there is for congruence here. If you have any questions on this at all, please feel free to ask in class. Thanks.